So where is your success? That's a good question. The thing about it is whatever role you are walking in, whether you're a small business person or you're a manager or you're an entrepreneur or a network marketer, results is what it's about. And success is what it's about, is having presence, it's having influence, it's having creating the right impression where you are. You want to be successful. So how do you do that? 3 things I want to tell you what you need to do. 3 things you need to do. Do you want to hear? You want to hear? 3 things you need to clearly define so that you know when you arrive there. Number 1 is you need to define the description, your job description. How does your job description, let's rephrase that, how does your job description define success? So when you look at your job description, can you see what success is? Is it measurable? That's important. So what is it measurable? And then how is it to be attained? What are they looking for? How are you supposed to reach that? Is it in the way you are? Is it in the attitude that you have? Is it in reaching specific, attainable, stretchable goals? But you've got to have a definition of success. You've got to know what success is in that role. Secondly, you've got to have know what your immediate manager, supervisor, director, whoever you report to, you've got to know what their definition is of your success, because they have to, in fact, assess you. Where they sit down and they assess where you are at, etc., etc. You know, your manager does that, or the person you directly report to. If you're in a business, if you're a managing director, etc., then it will be your board, or whoever you report to. Maybe you just report to yourself, but you have to define what that success is and what your business establishes as success. Number 3 is you have to define what success is in your role. What does success mean to you? And the thing about it is, if you don't define it, you don't know where you're going. If you arrive there, how do you know you've arrived at the place of success? So you've got to know where you're going and what does it look like. You have to clearly define what it looks like. And those 3 are 3 very important areas that you can really look at, drill down, and get clarity on. If you've got clarity on those 3 areas, then you'll know where you are moving to and what it looks like when you arrive. Establish what the metrics are. That's the what. What is it? Establish metrics. Can you measure it? How are you measuring it? And then the how. How do you reach it? How are you going to get there? How do they want you to get there? Or how do you want to get there? So where is your success? Very important, is that you define it clearly and you move in that direction. So that's my practical hint for tonight to establish and move you forward in your leadership for results, no fluff. That's what it's about.